I'm not a politician. Truly, I don't understand the pros and cons of politics. My friends are also presidents. My friends are all type of people. My friends are pastors. In fact, my best friend is blind. So that's me. Now, a lot of people,
is that what you are?
What? Yes.
A real prince?
A real prince. A real prince. I think that being a prince, it means that, you fall under some kin, okay? The son of a king, and that's royalty. But I believe that the king of Africa, it's the omnipotent above us. It's God. This is a continent, an island that is full of gold, diamonds, oil. This is not for us. There's no king. There's no man that can be a king of Africa except for God. And I said that's the title I want. And he said, go for it. And I claimed it. So now I am your prince.
Right. There are some who, upon hearing that title, are reminded of what became quite common some years ago, these scammers who tell foreigners that they are princes just to attract their wealth.
No, Freedom Xp0sed. We don't have time for that. Look, we have created wealth. We have built wealth through the wisdom that we have acquired on this earth since we came here. The knowledge, all the things we learned in school, I might not even remember anything, but the wisdom and knowledge that God has bestowed upon me, please, I use it very well. I don't have time to go and use some princes and kings to acquire anything. In fact, you should remember this: the Western world doesn't have much for us than we do for them. Okay, what do you think you can bring from America or Europe to Africa? They will not even let you bring $10 million. Where are you going to pass them? Where? If you take it through the airport, you can put 50,000 pounds in the bag. They will have dogs catching the bag, sniffing that. Where are you taking the money to? Okay, they are not jokers. They are not going to let you take the money out of their country. It's only we Africans that will let people take billions and trillions out of our country. You know why? Because we don't value what has been given to us. We need to understand to take care of what has been put into our hands. Okay, when Moses decided to take care of the Israelites, God gave him the power, the courage, and the miracles because he became responsible for them. If we as a country decide to be responsible for our people, for our resources, for our gold, trust me, in 10 years you will see the whole thing turning around. The human beings will start to be happy, and when they are happy, the economy will start to boom. When they are stressed, the economy will stress. Okay, when you take the value from your people, your country will have no value. When you add value to the people, your country will start to have value. Look, it's there. You can see it clearly. When you go to America, they give value to the people. Okay, they find a way to let them eat. They find a way to kill them. There's insurance. The people don't die easily in America. Okay, and if you do kill someone, also you pay for it. It's not like Ghana where someone could just kill someone and some police will put it even in fire. So we need to take hold of what we've been given, and we need to nurture it. We need to make sure that we refurbish them, we refine them, we manufacture them and package them, and make sure we distribute it amongst ourselves.
Now, until recently, we didn't know you to be a political person. We saw you in the company of celebrities. You've invited several, Floyd Mayweather and several others. You've spent time with them. You've invited some of them to Ghana to enjoy your hospitality. We see your social persona as very amazing animals, tigers and lions and so forth. It's no surprise you're building a zoo, right? But at what point did your political consciousness get birthed? At what point did you stop being, for want of a better word, a celebrity and decide to become a politician?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not a politician. Truly, I don't understand the pros and cons of politics. In fact, like I tell people, I don't even know how to become an assemblyman. I don't know what to do if you tell me to become an MP or a minister. And that's why I went straight for the top post, because I think that's where you do what is right. You are asking me that what has put me in this position of the political industry.
Yeah,
I,
why
I,
the change?
I feel like I am a risen leader, and this is some kind of calling. And I've always followed the voice. I've always followed, what I believe in and what the voice is telling me where to go. But in life, everybody wants to live life. I have surrendered my life. The only thing that I have between life and death is time, and that's what I used the most. In terms, I use it to my best potential. Why do I say that? Because when you're 20 or when you're 15 and you want to be a footballer, it's likely you can be a footballer. But when you turn 27 and you're still thinking to be a footballer, it's too late. Maybe you should think of being a coach, because the time is gone. And this is the right time that I felt like, I have to go into that presidency. When the voice came to me, I moved with it, because the voice has come to me many times and I moved with it. And you wonder why I was with all those celebrities and this and that. Okay, for me, you might see like I'm living a celebrity life. No, it's me cherishing my relationships with people and letting them respect my vision, my understanding, my commitment, my loyalty to them, and I had to be in their paths, in their lane. But you can tell my friends are boxers, my friends are musicians, my friends are footballers, my friends are also presidents, my friends are all type of people, my friends are pastors. In fact, my best friend is blind and he's called Brown. So I have all type of friends, but I don't think the country has ever looked at me from that angle.
Well, you haven't showed us.
Well,
angle.
they're just looking at the glittery part and who is the star and all of that. Look, don't just concentrate on the messenger. You need to concentrate on the message. Hence, that's why I came with the mask. Because I was asking the country, which one are you choosing? Are you choosing the face that you want to find? Or you're going to look for the message that this person is bringing?
That's an interesting point. I wish we could explore that in the little time we have left. This idea of a focus on the message and not the messenger. You're running for public office. You're running for the president of Ghana. This is a country where, and you can be forgiven since you admit you're not a politician, but this is a country where we have a constitution that gives so much power to the president that in essence he can do pretty much what he wants. The law will support him. For such a powerful role, the person is very important. How are you going to convince voters to ignore the person in favor of the message?
Well, you see, when I said the message and then not the messenger, it doesn't mean you should ignore the messenger. First of all, if you concentrate on the message, you will see the fruit in the message. You will see the knowledge in the message. Okay, it took time for people, Roosevelt and let's take Jesus Christ for instance, and some of the great leaders that have been in this world, Mansa Musa and all of these people. In the beginning, his message was very clear to 34,000 camels and 50,000 followers, meaning real. They realized that this defies the means. It's not the beginning. They're not looking at what you're wearing. They're not really looking at how you come across. No, they want to see. That's when the greatness in you is perceived by the people. So
Yes.
that this is what I believe. I think I would.
Are you not as willing to consume the message before the person? Are you not worried that perhaps the person you have shown Ghanaians might make it difficult for some Ghanaians to consume your message?
Well, first of all, I think that you're only seeing message as something that messages. Okay, development, your investment that you put in humanity. That's what I call message. It's not just me telling me to wear a suit and tie. I can give a speech, and it will take me 3 days to write that speech. And I think that's a message from my country. But honestly, from where I've come from and where I'm going, it doesn't make full sense to me. I think it's impression. And I don't like to dwell on impression. I really believe that the new leaders who are coming, in a revolutionary forum that can really make a change, and not just based it on the words or the speeches that you're going to give.
Nana Kmame Bediako has been speaking to us this morning. He spent a lot of time with us, actually, which we really appreciate. Commercial force, we saw billboards and posters. Weren't sure who this new force was, who was the face behind the mask. And then you announced just a few days ago that all along it was you. Now, of course, this came up following an attempt to host a convention here in Accra, which was aborted when the presidency withdrew your permission to hold the event at the Black Star Square.
So
I want to start with the criticisms that were leveled once the event got cancelled. And of course, you then announced your bid for presidency. Immediately, people said, okay, well, then why were you organizing this event for people to come over, obviously in support of your vision, when you intend to be president of Ghana, and you really know that you shouldn't be involving foreigners in your in our politics?
You call them foreigners? You see, we're forgetting about who we are. We're black people and we're Africans. If you take a Togolese, a Nigerian, a Ghanaian, Ashanti, and someone from Kowu, and even a black person from America or Jamaica, put them in a plane and send them to China. Ask the Chinese man, who are these people? He's just going to say black people from Africa. He will have no description for them, but it's just the way you sort of describe them. Now let me come back to the new force. I want everybody to understand that the new force is not some third force trying to come and fight the two existing giants who are here. The new force is a new force. Okay, we are the first of its kind. Okay, since the days of Nkrumah, after 60 years, this is the only time and the only moment that the country is witnessing that some young people have come, they've risen, and they are asking for a change of leadership. So that is how, first of all, you need to see the new force. Well, we coming in that mask is telling you that we are anonymous. Okay, being anonymous is not a bad thing, because when you go back to our history, that was how we were powerful. Okay, we were powerful because people could not recognize us. All the faces were painted with dots and all of these things. And even if you went to war, you need to be vigilant, you need to be focused, you need to be careful to see your opponent, else you'll be killing your own sister or brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? Today, we have lost our identity. We have identity crisis. All our people are spread all over the world. Black American, black British, black Jamaican, all of these things. We want to be able to bring all of these things back, but we have started a movement that people are very much interested in. This is the only time politics in Ghana, people in Jamaica are interested in, people in America are interested in. You can follow the trend. You will see it for yourself. People are interested in who is this new force, and why is the new force trying to start a convention in Africa. Okay, in Africa, the convention is to bring leaders and voices together. We igniting our voices and talking about how Africa should be governed, how Africa's resources and our minerals and human resources should actually lead us into the 24 Global Economic Forum. It's not a crime. This is something that the youth needs. This is something that our leaders need. This is something that all people need. So for us, we just wanted to say to Ghanaians and Africans that this is an opportunity, is the time for us to come together as Africans, and me mobilizing those four people. As you can clearly see, 2 of them are politicians and 2 of them are activists. I brought them together into one place, in one country, in the Independence Square, so their voice can be a part of this new movement that is going to shape Africa's future. And that's all that it was about. However people would perceive it and then narrate it, for us, we know the genuine intentions, and you already have seen that it's not easy to bring such people into one place. You saw what happened. You realize that the whole Africa is interested in why it was cancelled. They are not interested in the masked man or the new force, or no. They are just interested in why was it cancelled.
I'm being signaled that our time is up.
Yes, time is up.
Yes, but
we have to do this again.
Well, we're going to try and do it again, and next time I think that you guys will book me and you have to give me some, like, give me some, give me some money too, But I think, I'm glad that you guys brought me and gave me the chance, and, we've had this conversation. Kojo and I go way back, I think he's also a fashionista, so we have something in common. Yes, Winston, it's the first time I'm meeting you, but I'm glad meeting you and everything. I'm sorry I have to rush to the other side for the
news.
Yeah, I like to be on TV too. I like to be on radio, but I also like my face to be seen, and I don't want to miss that opportunity where people can look into my eyes and questions that